This is Route 66, the Mother Road, the show that road trips the legendary highway from Chicago to the coast. Your hosts are Robbie and Terry, both 15. Every week they break it down so you actually get it.
Mother Road, the show that road trips the legendary highway from Chicago to the coast. I'm Terry.
And I'm Robbie, and today we're talking about one of the most jaw-dropping spots on the whole drive, the Painted Desert.
Which sounds like something you'd name a crayon box, but trust me, it earns the title.
We're talking a stretch of badlands in northern Arizona, roughly 160 miles long, full of hills and mesas in the wildest colors.
Like someone spilled a sunset and just left it there for 225 million years.
Which is actually about how old those rocks are. Triassic era, when dinosaurs and giant reptiles were stomping around this very ground.
So technically the Painted Desert is older than dinosaurs being cool, which is saying something.
The colors come from minerals in the rock layers. Iron oxides give you the reds and oranges. Manganese creates the purples and blues.
It's basically a geology rainbow baked into the earth at extremely slow speed.
And it shifts with the light. The same hillside looks totally different at dawn versus noon versus sunset.
Which means photographers go absolutely feral out there, and I completely understand them.
The Painted Desert is actually part of Petrified Forest National Park, which Route 66 used to run right through.
Petrified wood, ancient colors, the open road. This stretch was basically designed to make you pull over every 5 minutes. The inn sat right on the rim, so travelers could step out of their Model T and just stare into that wild horizon.
It became a National Historic Landmark and is still standing today, which honestly feels right for a place that's been around since the Triassic.
The Navajo Nation surrounds much of this area, and the name Painted Desert reflects how dramatically the land shifts in color across the miles.
Indigenous peoples have lived in and around this landscape for thousands of years. It's not just scenery, it's home and sacred ground.
So when you're standing there doing your jaw-drop tourist thing, remember you're a guest in a very long story.
A story written in rock layers like pages in the world's oldest, most colorful book.
One you can read by just looking at a hillside, which is my kind of literature.
The elevation out there sits around 5,500 feet, so even in summer the desert doesn't cook you quite as hard as you'd expect.
Though you should absolutely bring water, more water than you think. I cannot stress this enough.
The park gets around 600,000 visitors a year, which sounds like a lot until you see how much space there is out there.
It's the kind of place that makes you feel genuinely small, and somehow that's a great feeling.
There are hiking trails, scenic overlooks, and a road that winds through both the Painted Desert and the Petrified Wood sections.
You go in expecting rocks, and you come out feeling like you witnessed something ancient and enormous and quietly alive.
And on a road trip down Route 66, it lands at exactly the right moment. You're in the zone, the miles are rolling, and then boom.
Boom. Color explosion. 225 million years of the planet just showing off.
Route 66 opened up this part of the country to everyday Americans in the 1920s and 30s, turning a remote stretch into something people could actually reach.
Before the highway, it was mostly ranchers and railroad workers who ever laid eyes on this landscape.
The Mother Road basically introduced the Painted Desert to the whole country, one family station wagon at a time.
Which is a pretty great thing to be responsible for. Hello, we built a road. Now here's the most beautiful place you've ever seen.
Even the interstate bypassed some of the old alignment, so if you want the real experience, you have to seek out the old road.
That's the thing about Route 66. The detour is always the point.
The Painted Desert doesn't let you rush. It holds you there, makes you look, Makes you think?
It's 225 million years of patience and color and silence just waiting for you to show up and pay attention.
Which is kind of the whole lesson of a good road trip, isn't it? Slow down, look around, it's worth it.
Every single mile.
Especially the ones that look like a painting someone left out in the sun. See you next week on Route 66, the Mother Road.